Hi, my name is Daniele Gualeni. I'm an engineer and professor of design and innovative materials at Santa Giulia Academy in the city of Brescia. Brescia is one of the cities most afflicted by the coronavirus in all the north of Italy. In my region, as in the rest of the world now, people need protective masks but don't easily have access to them. I know there are many DIY ideas online about how to make a mask at home, but lack proper testing and treatment of materials to ensure the utmost protection possible. So I decided to realize this video divided in 3 parts. In the first part, I will show you how to select the fabric you have at your home to find the best one for a mask. Treat this material with a virus deactivation system to increase the level of protection, and how to construct the best mask possible from home at no cost and no labs necessary. But I want to be upfront, I'm not a doctor. So remember, certified PPE are always your safest bet wherever possible. It's my experience in product design and materials that I'm using to offer the best homemade treatment and procedure anyone can make when store-bought products are not available. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for your attention and be safe. Here are the candidate materials I have found in my home. Gym towel, microfiber cloth, cotton t-shirt, handkerchief, athletic shirt, tablecloth, shop towel. Secure fabric with both hands, emphasizing the red region shown in this figure. After securing the fabric to your face, breathe normally for the duration of 3 minutes. If at any time breathing becomes difficult, stop and discard the material. Only continue testing fabrics that were easy to breathe through. Here's some technical information if you're interested. Or in simple terms. To represent fluid resistance of the materials being tested, form a cup-like shape with your hand, material on top, and apply a small amount of water. We are looking for materials that hold water for at least 3 seconds before dripping into your palm. Some fabrics may pass water faster than 3 seconds. Discard them for the remainder of these tests. Note, some materials will absorb water before dripping. This is fine. In our home test, the handkerchiefs, microfiber cloths, and shop towels were the most resistant. For the next part, you will need a clear and visible surface, a manual spray bottle, a cardboard roll, and an aerosol spray can. Start by cutting off a 1 cm part of a 3-inch roll of cardboard. Make sure to clean the testing surface to where no residue or smears remain each time. Lay your test material on top of the 1 cm roll piece. Secure longer piece on top and apply 2 strong sprays in the tube. Remove all layers one by one without touching the test surface. With a clean finger, touch the surface to see if there is any leakage. If the surface appears to have a smudge from your finger, then that is a fail. Repeat process for the remaining materials. The spray bottle represents a comparable pressure to that of a sneeze. To simulate airborne particles, we will now test our remaining materials using an aerosol spray. For 3 seconds, spray directly into the funnel on an area of the fabric that is not being tested. Remove once again all layers without touching the surface. Take note the amount of residue each material let through in this test. Always make sure to use a clean finger before checking. Note, it is important to test the materials as you expect to wear them. For the thin materials, such as paper or hankies, I recommend doubling them before testing. Repeat on all remaining materials.
After selecting the best fabric, it is important to treat it in order to stop the virus in its tracks. In a 2017 article, members of the international scientific community shared a process on how to treat fabrics to deactivate respiratory viruses when in contact with their surfaces. There are many treatments to achieve this, but I have chosen this method because it utilizes table salt, which can easily be found at home. This treatment process is very simple to do, yet based off a very strong scientific idea that I will explain after my demonstration. For more information, please visit the original article. Add 4 cups of water to a sterile pot, followed by 10 tablespoons of kitchen salt. Stir until the water is completely clear and no crystals remain. Next, bring the solution to a boil. As soon as a boil begins, turn off the heat and apply a 10 by 12 inch piece of the selected fabric. Assure that the fabric is completely submerged in the liquid. Let material soak until the liquid is cooled. Retrieve fabric and allow it to air dry completely before constructing your mask. After treatment, the kitchen salt envelops the material fibers. Coronavirus drifts through the air in microscopic droplets of saliva. When an infected drop touches the tissue of the mask, it deposits the virus on it, but it also liquefies the small salt crystal at the point of contact. The droplet evaporates in less than a few seconds, and the liquefied salt is recrystallized. This recrystallization process has been proven to be effective in destroying the viruses deposited on the droplet area. This doesn't mean that your mask kills viruses, but only that it's much more difficult for airborne viruses to infect the surface of the mask, and this reduces the risk of getting infected by touching the mask. Start by making a downward fold, leaving the back half about an inch longer than the front. Note, my best material was paper-based, so I will be using tape to frame it. However, if your best option is cloth-based, I suggest using a needle and thread. Unfold and draw a line at the crease. Lay 2 wire braid ties parallel slightly above and under the drawn line. Apply tape securing the wires that will be used to create contour over your nose. Refold once again. This is where things can get a little frustrating. We need to fold the treated fabric in a way that will best fit your face. I've used the same pattern as most masks medical professionals use. The good news is the fabric is still very flexible, even after treatment. I suggest watching this section and pausing each step until the shape of the fabric looks like this. Flatten out the folded fabric, place something on top of the center of it, like a pen. Apply tape along the left and the right sides of the material. Unpeel the unit and turn over on its back. Fold over the open side of the tape, securing edges. I recommend using duct tape. It's watertight and also strong enough to poke holes through to thread string around your ears. Cut the ends off. And voila! You have successfully created a breathable, well-fit, virus deactivating mask. I recommend to discard your mask after 3 days of use. However, there are some materials, depending on which you choose, that can be washed for reuse, but it is necessary to reapply the salt treatment process after each wash. Grazie.